Have you ever tried to help somebody and in return they got mad at you for helping? Have you ever lent out a helping hand and instead of receiving that help, they smacked your hand? There's an old saying that says, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you what to do when your hand gets bit. Walk with me. Listen, who am I? I'm Billy Miller, the motivational minister, and they call me the motivational minister because I help those Christians who are looking to improve their lives. I help them by teaching them life skills from the Bible. And today, it's not going to take me that long to share this quick nugget with you what to do when people cry out for help, then blame you for helping. And now you're in this situation where you're offended, you're upset, and you're ready to give up on them. Listen, you can't quit now, okay? And you want to watch this video, and I'm just here talking. I just decided to turn on the camera and just share this quick nugget with you that God just shared with me. And listen, just to motivate you even further, I have put together a guide called You Can't Quit Now. This is a free book. I'm going to send you the PDF file if you want it. If you would like it, listen, all you got to do, if you're able to, is scan that QR code right up there. Or you could just look in the description of this video and I'll put the link there. I might also pin it in the comments as well. But do whatever you have to do to just sign up, get the book, no cost for you. You can't quit now. Well, listen, there's a fireman, right? You've heard of firefighters. Some people actually get mad at firefighters sometimes. Sometimes they may not get there quick enough, or maybe they come and try to put out the fire and they damage some properties. They might have to break a window, knock down a door. And some people actually get upset at them. They get upset at the people that are trying to save them. They're getting upset at the people who are trying to help them. Likewise, as you're inspiring, as you're motivating, as you're trying to help others, some people will not want your help or get offended at your help. And my situation that has happened to me the most has been in situations with relationships. People are in relationships and I try to mind my business. You know what I'm saying? I don't, hey, people go do what they want to do. People go live how they're going to live, and people going to choose who they're going to choose. However, sometimes they ask me for help or ask me for advice, and sometimes it may not be the advice they want to hear. And the same thing is going to happen for you. They may say, "Hey, what are your thoughts on this? I'm dating this person, and we're about to get married, and we've been together for a month." Yeah, that's something that you're going to be like, "Hey, excuse me." You're going to be like, "Hey, did you think about that? Did you even know this person? And so sometimes people pretend so much. Sometimes people they're following, they're watching or Instagram, they're watching social media, they're all on Facebook, they're seeing relationship goals and they're watching these weddings and everybody's getting they want their moment. And sometimes they get so caught up in the moment that it's not even real. And if you give them some sound advice, it may contradict this this falseness, this fantasy. Are you following what I'm saying? And they'll say things like, "Well, can't you just be happy for me?" And if I translate that for you, want me to tell you what it's really saying? Can't you just pretend with me? Can't you just go along? Can't you just cheer on like everybody else? Can't you just congratulate me on my social media post? And it's going to happen. And so when this happens to you, first of all, I hope you're not one of the ones who's getting mad at somebody. So I hope you're not upset at somebody right now because they gave you some sound advice that went against your vision and maybe I shouldn't say vision because vision is more positive, but your fantasy. I'll put it that way. Make sure that's not you. Now you will have some haters now, so we understand that there are some people who are jealous. There are some people who are always looking for the worst, or every time you do something, they picking out what's bad in it. I'm not talking about that. We talking about use your wisdom, right? But if somebody gave you some advice, especially if you ask for it, never get mad at somebody for some advice that you ask. You ask them, hey, what do you think about this idea for this, business? And then as soon as they say something, you automatically defending. And well, I mean, but well, what about, now they're not even gonna really want to share with you because you're biting their hand. Be open to, like I said, find the right people, of course, but be open to suggestions. But if you're somebody and you find yourself trying to help somebody and and they got offended at you, right? Maybe they're in a relationship and you're like, hey, I'm not sensing something good with this. And now they think you're a hater, and now they cut you off. Now they're not talking to you no more. And you're like, wow, what did I do? Listen, let me tell you how to handle this situation. I've been in this situation several times. Not a whole lot, but enough to be able to share with you information on how to handle it. And like I said, most of the situations that happened with me, it was either with a lot of times with relationships. Sometimes it's with money. I've known some people have some situations with money. People ask you them to borrow money, and then they let them borrow it, and then they get offended because they didn't pay it back on time. They might have said, "Hey, I had this. I had." So think about this right quick before we move on. Have you ever let somebody borrow some money? Like, just say you let your cousin borrow $25. He said he go pay you on Friday. Well, Friday came, Saturday came, Sunday you ain't heard from him. You calling him, answering the phone, right? And you try not to be like you pressing it, but like you kind of upset that because he should have been calling you, right? And then when you finally get a hold of him, he say, "Man, you know what? Let me go and give you this little $25 so you can chill out." You like what? It wasn't little when you asked for it. So I know you're familiar with what I'm talking about. I know you understand the type of thing that I'm saying. So you may be in this situation, and now because the way they responded, now you're upset, right? So here's what you do when you're in this situation. Number one, you need to pray for them. I know that sounds cliche. I know that sounds very Christian of you, Billy. Well, that's the truth. You're gonna have to pray for them because they're lost, they're offended, they're going through or whatever they're going through. Hey, I had to drink my coffee. Listen, like I said, I just turned the camera on. I wasn't even planning on doing this video. I was sitting here about to work. I said, let me go share this nugget with my people. You most definitely gonna have to pray for them. Pray for resolution in the relationship. Pray that their eyes are open. Pray that God will unveil the darkness that's hovering their life. Pray that they'll see and they'll see your heart and have wisdom to make right choices and right decisions. So you most definitely want to pray. Number two is try not to insert yourself. Even though I found myself in this situation, even in the situation, it was times I didn't insert myself. It was when I was asked. But nevertheless, try not to insert yourself. Now, if it's somebody real close, like your spouse, or you know, sometimes in that situation, you might say, "Hey, honey, you sure about this? Did you think on this?" Then you have to insert yourself. But if it's somebody like a cousin or auntie, even some of your children, some of you have adult children, and as a parent, you want to quick to insert yourself. And sometimes you're gonna have to let them do what they do, and be that wisdom channel that's there, that's available for them when they want it. Sometimes when you insert yourself with adult children, they'll put up a defense just because you inserted yourself. Sometimes it's just like you just got to step back. I remember when I was in high school, I was during periods of time where I would make bad grades. I'll bring my credit. I mean, my credit card, my report card home, and Daddy fuss. He yanked the phone out the wall. You on punishment? I mean, just I can tell you years that's happened. But when I became went to college, and I came home and I had my report card all folded up. It was about that big. That's how much I had to fold it up. It's a bad report card when you fold it up till it's about that big. And I remember handing it to my daddy. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, yeah, I know he about to fuss. I'm already putting up my resistance mentally. I know he go say whatever, he go whatever, right? And my daddy looked at the report card and he just handed it back to me and said, "It's your life," and then walked off. That stuck with me more than any of them times he yelled, any of them times he was fussing, any of them times he put me on punishment, because I naturally will put up a defense. All right, I know he go have something to say. But this time, he didn't insert himself. He just stepped back and put the ball in my court and said, "It's your life," and walked off. And now the spotlight's on me. Now it's, this on me. This is my life. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do is to step back. I'm not saying abandon them. I'm not saying don't be there for them. But sometimes you just gotta let them live. Sometimes you gotta let their ways correct them, and they're gonna have to realize that it's on them. Oh man, I did a in this book here, Whatever Devil, I'm Still Here, Volume 2. Chapter 4 of this book is my favorite chapter. Listen to me. If you're dealing with adult children, if you're dealing with rebellious adult children, you need to read chapter 4 of this book. It's my favorite chapter in the book. And I can't tell you how many people have bought this book just for chapter 4. So follow me now, because some of you are dealing with adult children and you don't know how to handle them. They're making decisions. They're making bad decision after bad decision. And you're trying to help them. They done turned against you. They done cut everybody off. They're doing what they want to do. You need to read chapter 4 of this book. Trust me. And if you want help with that, just look in the comment. Look in the description of this video. I'll put the link where you can get that book. But another thing you're going to have to do is try to share principles and not your opinion. Try to share wisdom and not your opinion. Because you might not, let's stick with the adult children. They might be in a relationship and you might not like the guy your daughter's dating. You understand what I'm saying? You might not like the girl that your son's dating. And you quickly want to make an opinion because they're not gonna fit your standard anyway. Try to be careful with that. Try to use wisdom. Listen, this ain't about him, it ain't about her, it ain't even about you. But this is what wisdom says. If you ask me, always make it like you're not uh uh highlight that this is a suggestion and not a command. This is not an order. I'm not giving you orders. Because like I said, once they sense that, they're going to be quick to put up a defense. So just try to share principles, try to share wisdom, try to share similar stories that you've been through, and then they can glean the wisdom from that. Hey, I remember when I was in the same situation, or I remember, are you following me? And this will help. And then the last thing is, listen, don't get offended. Don't get offended, especially if it's an adult child who's disrespecting. Oh, you sure enough want to put them in a full Nelson. You understand? Until they fall asleep. But no, you can't do that. Listen, calm down. You can't do that. At least that's what my wife told me. So you can't do that. I can't do that, right? Okay, okay. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't put your adult children in a full Nelson until they fall asleep. So try not to get offended. Listen, offense is a choice. And the devil uses offense to separate, to bring in the spirit of separation and division. And you'll find yourself with you and your adult child, or you and your friend that you try to help, or family member, whoever it is. It could be even be your own parent. The devil will try to bring offense to separate. Don't allow that to happen. Listen, if you tried to reach your hand out to somebody and help them and they bit your hand, listen, just step back and do those things I just told you. Listen, hey, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray about the situation. I'm not going to insert myself any further. If you need my advice, I'm here. Um, and if you do want some advice, if they do ask for some advice, don't come up with that "I told you so" or "I knew you'd be back." No, when they do decide to come back, because they will need you. When they do decide to come back, you share principles, you share wisdom, share similar stories that'll help them, and let the restoration take place. Don't be offended. And listen, if you enjoyed this message, listen, most definitely hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. But listen, Watch this video right here. This video is one of my favorite teachings about red flags. Listen, red flags don't turn green. Oh, listen, you want to watch this video. So I'm gonna put it right here. You just click right there and I'll see you in that video. Listen, I love y'all. Y'all take care. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay blessed. And always remember that the word is your life.